people out there who are struggling right now. You know, everybody's struggling in different ways. I'm struggling in my own ways, and I'm hopeful we can, at the very least, brighten up your day with our analysis and get you some free money with Bing X. So let's see what's going on with that. I see JP's stream has started again.
Yeah, I
Uh,
had a little bit of technical difficulties.
that's okay. It happens to us all. You know, if you just take a drink a glass of water and think of England, you'll be fine.
Right. No, my whole stream just went black and shut down.
That's not ideal.
No, and there's so many different screens that you have to like clip parts of that resetting it up takes a minute to get everything because it doesn't like auto save properly.
Right. Okay.
All right, so we got Ether's chilling at 1100. That's a big psych level. I think SPY close is going to be pretty important for cryptos.
Yeah, I mean, isn't it always? I mean, if we overlay here, let me put this on the off right here. Let me look at Bitcoin. I'm just gonna overlay it over SPY here. It has. So Bitcoin's decoupled a little bit, actually been decoupling from SPY in a way people have not wanted, unfortunately, which is that it's not. SPY has actually moved a little more vigorously to the upside, while Bitcoin is floundering more to the downside over the past, since like June 14th. Bitcoin has sort of made this downward slope, and SPY has started to make a bit of a little, not a rally-ish sort of. Nothing can be called a true rally right now because it's all just it keeps hitting these resistance levels and not being able to overcome them. But Bitcoin has decoupled a lot from SPY over the past, at least past few weeks since beginning of June, and in the way that people don't want. People always like, oh, they want Bitcoin to decouple from the markets, and it did, but it did it to the downside. That's not super great. And again, it chose this ugly ass color for Bitcoin that's very difficult to see. Let me see if I can fix that. Better color. Let's do. There we go. That's better. But yeah, so you're the let's. I'm pulling up the S&P chart, S&P 500 index on Bing X. What are you looking at today? You're the one who tends to trade SPY a lot more than I do.
I don't know, man. It's not a fun time to trade SPY at all.
It's not, especially options, which is why we're moving more to Bing here, because with it, I mean, you do have you can as just lose it if it drops below your leveraged amount. With options, you either lose it you either just lose the amount you put in, or you can regain it depending on how far out you go. But a lot of people just trade SPY daily, so it's basically the same thing. But at least you don't have to worry about the Greeks. This is just pure leverage. It goes up by this much. It goes down by this much. That's pretty straightforward.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's going to be the beauty of what we see here. The problem is we're not really in a volatile moment on SPY, so it's kind of slowly stair-stepping higher. Where the risk for, you know what I mean, going long is pretty high, and it's not really breaking out here, but it does look like it wants to get the gap fill, which it would be another 1%. Yeah.
Here, let me see here. Let me pull up, let me look at where we got this here. I mean, it's right at this support resistance level, which if it does push up, I could see like 38.11 soonish, but it's just moving so sluggishly. The whole day is pretty sluggish. If we had caught it a little like earlier in the day when it was down at like 37.40, that would have been a better entry. This isn't terrible though. I mean, it could push up here, and then it would probably push up back to 38.30, but it's just it's there's not a lot of volatility. Everything is just kind of dead all over the place. Joey asked another upscale Joey for CRV. I could take a look at CRV while we're chatting here. While I'm pulling that up. So JP, what are you looking at with in terms of crypto? Like what asset most interests you? You're more like an ETH person, right?
Um, I like whatever's running. So right now,
Right.
Ether's not really moving.
Is anything moving right now? It's a pretty sluggish day.
What you don't
I'm trying to
want
see it.
is to try to trade something that's sluggish, because
Yeah,
you're going to
exactly.
start, the -1% or 2% from the market fill. I do
Let's see if
look
we
at
can find something that's.
commodities. I'm not sure you can trade them on Bing. Let me see.
Let's see what we got here. CRV. Oh, okay. Oh, that's CBX. Sorry, CRV. I thought CRV was. CRV's looks interesting. Let me look at the longer chart for this. Uh, I don't know. Oh, I had that set up from a while ago. Let's see here.
Starting to move a little.
I had very high. I had very high hopes for CRV during this position when it was moving up. It looked really it looked really good. It looked like it was going to reclaim its opening of $22. And if you got in down here and it was 35 cents, you could have made a good amount of money on the move here. I think a lot of the problem with CRV is that so much money and so much liquidity was just sucked out of the marketplace over the past few months. Because if you see here from January on, everything just sort of collapsed with it because CRV is based around being able to, uh, you know, getting money from swaps and in the CRV system, which it was looking good for the longest time, but until the market reclaims uh, that bullishness, it doesn't look super amazing. This might be, what is this right here? I mean, right here, this could. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of just making a. It looks a lot like it could just be a bear flag. If it breaks out of here, then and it reclaims 115 ish and can hold there, but it would need to break out. But I would look for it to hit $1 and see if it rejects down. That might be a good place for a short. It's kind of in no man's land right now. I mean, there's a little bit of something right here, but if it's going to move, it's probably going to hit up here at $1 and then get rejected down. Right now, it just looks like it's sort of in a bear flag configuration, unfortunately, and it's not moving like terribly well. And I think it's moving basically with the market too. Again, I always like to just overlay Bitcoin, and if it's moving in the same way that Bitcoin is, which again, this ugly. Why does it keep putting this ugly color? Uh, Change this to something brighter. There we go. It makes it look happy instead of sad. If it moves to, yeah, I mean it's moving a little bit opposite to Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been very sort of draggy right now. Actually, I think it's probably moving closer to what ETH is doing. Let me pull up ETH.
How worried are you about Bitcoin's liquidity?
Um, there's been a lot of on-chain analysis of what's going on with uh, with who's in the market right now, basically, and most of the people who are still surviving in this market are people who are just long-term holders, and a lot of the people who either day traded or were trading for short-term volatility have just moved on, because the place to short it from was a while ago. You could still do like these intraday shorts and things like that, but again, right now it's actually pretty calm and pretty flat. So let me just pull up Bitcoin as a whole.
Yeah, if you look at like a day chart, looking
Yeah.
just at the end of April. That's the
Yeah, I
short
mean,
run, and then since then it's just been this slow bear flagish, possibly inversing
and then yeah,
filters. If we get like a
I
nice
mean that's
breakout day and
yeah,
retest, we could see. But that's so much we have to get through that most big bulls
yeah.
won't want to go long. I don't think until after the retest. So, say we let me pull up Bitcoin. So like the day
I
chart
think
on.
that the problem is that there's not a lot of positive things to see in the marketplace right now. Like what do we got? We got gas at crazy high prices. There's a station right on the corner of my street that is usually the cheapest gas station I can find, helpfully, and it's I think $5.99 for just regular unleaded right now per gallon. That's crazy. There's that supply side issues, and also we've got a lot of economic illiteracy about that. And I think the Biden administration has, I he's talking about like, oh, gas station owners and all these people making huge profits. I'm like, well, first of all, gas station owners are not making huge profits on gas. They tend to make profits on people coming in and buying things from the shelves. So gas station owners are really not part of this whole paradigm. They're not part of uh, the main issue is that the use of gasoline, the use of fuel, is relatively inelastic, and we've got supply side issues. And taking a gas tax holiday might provide temporary relief, but it will ultimately drive up prices because then demand will go up again, and we'll just be back to where we were, or even at a higher price level. So it's not going to work. And then he and Bezos are getting into it about fuel prices. I don't really like either side talking about this. Mitchell Lowry still looking for a 7-cent track entry. Well, that 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 depends on. Here we go. Let me pull up the Coinbase chart here. Track similarly looks like it's making something of a bear flag, unfortunately. Which it's although it kind of it was making a bear flag here and then it failed down this way, and now it's at this sort of no man's land. Track just doesn't, and you can see like volume has been declining here. So let me look on the daily how volume looks. Track had that really nice run back at which I called back in March. Moved up really nicely, took some profit on it, and then it just didn't. It just fell down with the rest of the market. I think the big problem with Track is that it's not it doesn't have a lot of volatility to it, but also it has it has these wild spikes of volatility and then a lot of just selling off afterwards. I still like Track, but it's at a decent place right now because of nope, that's not the one I wanted. I wanted the longer chart. Because just looking at where the support level is at, it dropped a little below it, but it's right here where the support level is at. And this is a huge support region because of all of this right here, which is good. So it could just stay right around here. I still think that Bitcoin's going to drop down to like 15.5 before we get proper relief. We're not at the horrible pain level yet. I mean, what do you think?
So, are we still answering the same question, or do we kind of go on a tangent there?
Sorry, I went on a tangent with Track. Bitcoin liquidity. It's the shock of the Terra Luna collapse caused so much drama and so many problems because there were so many different entities that were invested in the. Yeah, Celsius. There were several of them that had huge liquidity crises because of that, and just a lot of these DEXs and CEXs and things like that were hugely overleveraged. The collapse of Three Arrows Capital, they defaulted on the what was it, a $650 million loan to Voyager. It's and Three Arrow Capital is one of the largest crypto investment firms, and they're hugely in debt. They defaulted on a $650 million borrow from Voyager, and Voyager put themselves at huge risk by giving them that that amount of money, because that put their whole the whole liquidity of their entire service at risk. It was wildly irresponsible, and I think what we're seeing here is just a lot of wild irresponsibility leading to these sort of problems. And I feel like people are waiting for one more shoe to drop, like an even bigger exchange or something like that has liquidity problems. I don't know. We might have seen. We're in a weird spot where I think there's a lot of scrambling because we don't really know the extent of what's going on behind the scenes at a lot of these firms, and even at some of the larger exchanges. And so I don't know. I really feel like we haven't had like a final capitulation, and we're not honestly that far. Bitcoin hit a low of what, 17.7, so we're not really that far from 15.5, which is where I see this going at the very least. It could go down even lower, but I that's a decent zone to see where it's at. I'd really like to see when these drops happen for the bearish volume to go down when the drops happen, because so far, if so, from the drop in May, around May 8th and 14th, was lower than the drop in volume, in terms of the volume from June 10th to the 19th. So, and the bearish volume has just been increasing since December. And so I don't like that, certainly. So if we do have another drop and the volume is lower on that drop down to like 15.5, that will be encouraging, because then I think we'll have reached more of a capitulation phase.
I think I'm gonna
What are
go
your thoughts?
long on Ether
On
here.
Bitcoin? On
No,
Ether? Okay.
no, I don't like
Let's take,
Bitcoin. I don't know why. It just doesn't trade as well.
let's see, Ether. All right, let's pull up Ether. What has been your best day doing this so far? Like 1,000% days on 200. Well, we literally are just starting doing this challenge today. This is our first day doing these $200 trades. Let's see, Ether. Ether looks good. Are you going for like swinging for the fences, doing 100x, or are you doing something a little more, a little smaller?
I mean, if I'd gone long when I had said that I should go long, it would already be up like 20%. So I think we should probably hold
Yeah,
off just a minute here, see if we can get a pullback.
yeah.
That's like the biggest problem I
Sometimes those
have with the
entries.
over leverage is, you know what I mean? You see it start to run
Oh,
and you
it'll
want to
swing
get in
fast.
so badly that you're like, oh, I should have gotten in, I should have gotten in, and it kind of eats at you, and then you get in and
Yeah.
you're buying a resistance. So I think we
Let's see.
have that
Let me look at this
1110
here.
resistance, and we'll probably pull back down to 1105, which is, a minus 50% if you're 100x.
Yeah, we're
So
right. We're right there. If it can push up to.
yeah, this might be a
Mm,
big candle. I'm looking at a five
yeah.
minute, so we got.
Let me look at the 5 minute.
I think this candle is gonna wick out. We got 3 minutes left in it, and it's struggling at the 1110.
Yeah, I mean it's right. It's right at a key level. Damn it! Like it's right at a it's right at a key level. It's hard to, like, it could easily move the other direction. I got SPX on the other
We're getting some
screen
volume here,
here.
though.
We are. Spy did, Spy did push up above that 5 minute support level. It's now getting close to the 38, or SPX did, is pushing up
Damn.
against
So we
a
missed.
resistance point.
That's what I mean. That's a crazy move. If we had entered at the initial candle at 1106,
Yeah.
that's 60% on a 30-second trade. So the leverage is
Yes.
definitely plenty. The big thing is just being safe, because overtrading this is
Yes.
the easiest way to get, nicked out sword by sword or a big loss.
Right. Yeah. Part of this. So Ben Shopta, to answer your question. While this is the first stream we're doing this sort of challenge and this partnership with BingX. Personally, what have I hit on some of these trades? I think I've hit like a 1,200 on a trade. I don't know what the margin was on it. I think it
1200
was
percent
1,200%. Yes.
must have been
But that
Bitcoin. That's the only thing they let go over 1,000.
It was it was a multi-day trade, so it wasn't like a short kind of a trade. Oh yeah, that candle looks nice.
Yeah,
But
that's a
it's
100% candle, but we missed it.
yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We will find another one. There's no need to rush into these trades for sure.
The volume's still a little low too.
It is, although it is increasing, but I mean on a 5 minute at least.
Mm-hmm.
But it's I mean it's literally right now following here. Let me overlay on this. Let me
Bye.
overlay spy onto it.
Yeah, someone mentioned tech was ripping today, focus in my chat, and I knew I should have gone long on SPY as soon as I saw it. If NQ's almost a whole percent green and SPY's red, you should jump ship and go long on SPY just because the NASDAQ is so much weight.
It's interesting. Ether has been more. Here, let me
Volatile.
look at this on a. Well, Ether's been following. Why is Spy not showing me a longer chart? That's what? That doesn't. That's weird. That shouldn't look like that. Okay. Let me see here. I guess it's just because of the time, because it's after hours. Um, Ether's, I think, more. Let me look on the 4 hour. Ah, Jesus. There we go. Been following Spy a lot more closely than Bitcoin as of late. Just on a here, let's take a look here. Again, this ugly ass color that it keeps. Why is it it's defaulting to this ugly ass brown color that you can't even see.
What is?
When I overlay a line on my chart over here, it's defaulting to this terrible looking color. See that SPX? I was looking at that level and it looked like it might move up, so that would have been a decent trade. I think Ether is following Spy more than Bitcoin has been recently, in terms of just like general movement, which is interesting. Bitcoin has been decoupling a little bit; it's been moving sort of more down, whereas Spy has been sort of doing this pre-FOMC rally. When's the next FOMC meeting? July 27th? Is that right?
It's just so stupid. It's like so stupid. It's beyond me. They're basing everything on inelastics. Like food prices aren't just gonna go down, and neither is oil price. And that's kind of what we're gauging most of our inflation on. It's just
Yeah,
stagflation is imminent.
it is eminent. Unfortunately, the 70s are back again, which means, God, not. I mean, had a lot of good designs in the 70s, so maybe we'll get like a reinvention of our design aesthetic again, you know? I mean, get
Still
back to the
kind of ugly
70s
now.
sort of
You
colors.
look back at the '70s designs, isn't great anymore.
No, I think like there was like a nice sort of period right in the middle of it where there were some really cool sort of design aesthetics. Not necessarily uh, furniture, not furniture. furniture was furniture was terrible, but there was some cool like design aesthetics on the in the 70s that were decent. Okay, so ETH is hitting a resistance level right now, and
I almost
volume
kind of want to
starting.
short it. Just $20.
Yeah,
Nah, not the first. It'll do a little retest,
yeah.
and if it fails to make a new high or go over the body of the 1117 candle, I think then you short.
Right. Also, again, if you signed up for a Bing X account with one of our links, there's a link in the description of this video, or on my Twitter. If you signed up with that, you get all of the benefits that I posted on Twitter. There's a threaded post about it. And in addition, if you live trade with us, that's the most exciting part, because you don't have to you don't have to trade what we're trading, but if you trade while we're trading, let's see, I will pull up the benefits here. Where is it at here? You get, sorry, if you trade while we're streaming, you can get 3 times 20 USD 10x trading bonus, no minimum trading volume required, and also 5 traders will randomly get 100 USDT, 100 Tether 10x leverage trading bonus with a minimum of 10,000 USDT overall trading volume, which the details of that are on Twitter. So we have that going for us, and that's exciting.
It is.
It's free money, guys. Free money's nice. Right now so let me see what else we have here, because we're looking at just like the larger ones, but let's see what do we have here. Bat is moving 11%. Let me look at BAT.
Is that standard futures?
Let me take a look at. They should have BAT. They do have BAT. It's moved 11% today. Yeah, that's it's moving pretty nicely. Let me take a look at it over on TradingView. What's going on with BAT today? It's moving. Let me see. Let me look at it on a longer timeline. It's pushed up above its previous 44 flat resistance. Let me look at this on the hour chart. Ooh, just barely though. Again, missed like an entry. If we were streaming at 1 o'clock in the morning, there would have been a great entry for it, but we were not doing that. What is BAT up to? BAT's interesting. It had this drop here back at the 15th, but it recovered pretty well. There's several of these tokens. CRV was another one that had a similar type of not CRV, API 3 that had a similar type of look, where it had more of a consolidation period, dropped when the market dropped, and then you can see there was a heavy volume resurgence right there. That's interesting. So BAT, this is not a good entry, because it's like right at this. It pushed slightly above resistance level, but I don't know if it has the type of movement for it. And what else do we have here? There's got to be something that that we can find like a decent entry on right now.
Gonna be maybe Ether on the next pullback. Oh, we should have just grabbed it there. Jeez. Regrets.
It's okay. There's always another.
That's the beauty of this. Is it's like if you watch for an hour, you'll find plenty of awesome trading opportunities.
Absolutely.
The big thing I'm worried about though is we are starting to hit a bigger level of retracements on the push down from this morning.
Yeah, it's right. It got. Let's see. Where's this resistance of like at 1120-ish, I think. Or at least that's the zone it's at. That was where back earlier today it was, or yesterday. It had like sort of a resistance zone to it. Let's see. We'll find out. We'll find out in a few minutes what's going on with it. If it does, I if it gets down to like 1106 again, that would be a nice little bounce zone. 1106, 1103, 1106, around there. But let's see, because volume is starting to move down at least a little bit. So let's wait for a pullback. In the meantime, anybody else in the chat have anything you want me to take a look at here? Any of your favorite coins, favorite tokens, favorite things like that?
Dude, I like my trading. I mean, my Thinkorswim setup so much more.
Yeah.
It's just tragic they don't get good crypto data.
I mean,
they got like the futures, but
I haven't used Thinkorswim much. I mean, for options, it's probably the superior platform in general.
Just because it gets the data, whereas Thinkorswim doesn't even get.
Because it gets the individual options data, which is nice.
So yeah, I think we finally hit some resistance here. It might be time to short.
me see here. I could see that.
Or is
Spy is SPX is hitting a resistance point too. So let's see. What's it's almost power hour. My favorite token is whichever one you think will make me money. Yes. I have been a huge advocate of Glimmer, GLMR. Moonbeam is the name of the token. I can go into that in a little bit, although I think we might be getting a good short entry right here. Upscale Joy, I'll take a look at Hang Seng in a minute. Let's see here. Let's take a look at these. It's right at this level. I don't know. It really just depends because Spy is right at least on the 5 minute at a resistance point, or SPX is. So it depends. Do you think we'll have sort of a languid retracing power hour for SPX? Because ETH is basically following it 100% today in terms of movement. I mean, more or less.
I think the divergence is gonna be right here.
Yeah.
I think this is where Spy's gonna fake out the bulls here, and then Ether I think collapses. I'm kind of looking for like an 11:26 short entry, or if it doesn't do that and it pulls back, I'd go long around 11:17.
Right. Let's see here. Well, let me see these. Yeah, let me look at this on the 10 minute. What do we got on the 10 minute? Okay. I mean, the next. Yeah. Oh, ETH is still moving. But the volume is slowly declining on these candles, at least on the 5 minutes. So it's got to have like a brief little, at least move down here soon. So you said 11:26?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
26:56.
While we're waiting for that, I'm gonna pull up GLMR over here, and I'm gonna. Moonbeam had. So Moonbeam is basically a. It is the token for Polkadot's. One of Polkadot's largest. One of the largest parachain auctions. I think something like 300 million, 400 million was put into the parachain auction. So I think it is the top of the parachain auctions in terms of getting a Polkadot parachain. So it works off of that. The thing I like about Moonbeam is that, so there's so many applications built on top of ETH right now. And those, the development time to switch to another network is tricky and can be time consuming. The problem with ETH, of course, is that even when it's moved to proof of stake, gas fees are so expensive sometimes, especially depending on how congested the network is. What Moonbeam does is that it allows a easy one-to-one conversion of all Ethereum-based apps onto the Polkadot parachain network. It uses the GLMR token for gas fees, and it's extraordinarily cheap. I think for all of the Glamour transactions where I've been staking them, the gas fee has been 0.005 GLMR, which right now is less than a fraction of a penny. But here, I'm gonna pull this up here. I'm looking at some longer chart here. So we got 11:23 on ETH, still waiting for that entry. So what I like about
would have been what?
So it
200% already if we had gone long at the 11:07.
You never know sometimes, right? I mean, it's okay though. It's okay though. We didn't. We're both of the mind not to force a trade if we don't find a good one, but we can find like a decent short here. I think a decent short position. Although actually the volume is actually increased slightly, at least on the 5 minutes, so it's not declining anymore still, but it's still pushing up here against this sort of area. So let's see where we're at with it. So Moonbeam, when it premiered on Binance, had this crazy move where it was the ICO price was 25 cents, and then it opened at there's different numbers. 52 might have been the highest. It was crazy, and since then people just basically sold out because if you were part of the ICO and it went from 25 cents to $52, or on another network I think it was like $30, that's still like an 11,000 to 20,000% gain. So people were fine with that. And then it had the bad luck to open right on January 12th, which was right when the bear market basically started for cryptocurrencies, unfortunately. So it's been moving down since then. I got some. I currently own about 5,800 of them, and you can stake them. I'm still waiting for a further drop down. I do believe you'll probably be able to get them for between 25 to 50 cents. I did add some in this area while it's going on. It looks like
Yo, Glamour moves fast. You can trade that. It has 25x.
Yeah.
It's just a little illiquid.
It is a little illiquid, yes. Although it does move fast when it wants to, for sure. Right now, it's making sort of a head and shoulders, sort of a weird, awkward ass head and shoulders pattern. But that's where it's at. It did make a bear flag, which it pushed up again above, and then sort of fell apart again, unfortunately. So it is a little illiquid. But what I'm encouraged by is there's increasing volume on purchases for it. There was a lot of volume back in April where a lot of people thought, oh, here's a good spot, and then it fell the fuck apart again. But there are definitely people opening up positions on it at these levels, and I think this is a good long-term hold. I'm looking a lot for not only those short trades but also for good long-term holds right now, and I think that Glamour will reclaim its all-time highs within the next couple of years. So I mean, even if you own, which is like, let's say $30, depending on what it was. I mean, if you own 10,000 of them, that's $300,000. And right now it's 68 cents. So I do think you'll probably be able to get it for cheaper. I think it'll go for between 25 to 50 cents. I'm looking in that range, and I have alerts set up for when it does that. So but I think probably one more solid drop here across the crypto market. We're probably not going to truly hit like a solid bottom until August, or probably like between end of August and beginning of September, because that seems to be usually the worst time for the markets anyway, historically. So we shall see.
Who knows?
Let's see when's the next CPI report coming out?
Halfway through the month.
Yeah. So we'll see. Maybe it'll be lower. But again, the problem with the inflation is that all these things that they're trying to do, it's all from stuff that you can't, like food prices, gas prices. These are things that they can raise the rates as much as they want, but yeah. So 1124 on Ethereum. Let me pull up. On the 5 minute.
So first trade's coming soon for me. I'm gonna short Ether here. Just want to make sure SPY's also looking weak.
Did hit a resistance point right around 38.18 SPX, but it's at sort of a vague support level. So if it drops, then there you go. But I don't know. We're right at a weird
so
spot
funny.
for it.
I think I can hear my dog snoring in my mic.
You could hear your dog snoring in your mic? I can't hear it.
It's very subtle, but it's definitely in the background there. The headphones let me hear myself, which is weird also.
Oh. Okay, 11:25. What are you doing? Let's see here. I'll get the short position ready over here.
I'm putting $20 short on 100x, and now.
Hey, I'll join you on that. Let's see.
Stop. Let's go 30.
Whoops.
Take
Oh,
profit.
open contract.
25.
Yes. Oh, apparently I haven't. Oh my god, I need to. Jesus. Apparently I didn't do the thing for this. Hold on 1 second. Let me. Oh my god, I thought I answered all these before. Okay. Substantially increased risk. So stop loss.
There wasn't really any volume to back this entry. It's mostly just a
Yeah, if you open a, which point would we force?
3 p.m. trade. See what happens. Might have to inverse this if we break out above the 28 mark. Oh, actually, that's where my stop is. Won't matter.
Which answer isn't correct? I'm just trying to.
Stopped out. I'm gonna get stopped, John.
Oh no. Well. Oh, Jesus. Hold on a second. Where am I looking at? I'm just trying to. There we go. Never mind this stupid thing. Well, I'm glad I didn't open it then, but shoot, didn't mean to do that at all. But here we go.
What'd you do?
Wait, where's my? I had to. This even open my? Well, it didn't open it, but it apparently I didn't agree to the terms of the thing beforehand, so I didn't even get to open the contract here. So
Well,
it's fine.
Looks like it's panning out well. If you want to go now, you'd get the. Oh, it just came back. Same entry.
Yeah.
And my stop might be a little too tight, but I do want the first. You know what I mean. You can't have like a big loss at the start, so we might have to.
No, you can't have a big loss at the start. I agree with you.
No, we might have to take a couple $20 entries to get 100% or plus, and then we can start playing with more money. But we did get that nice entry there, and then once it goes to 10% green, I like to put my stop at 4.5%, which ensures break even at the minimum, because that's what 100x leverage costs.
Right. All right, let's see if we can find an entry here. So did you get stopped out?
No, I never got my stop put in time.
Oh, okay.
I also wait for it to consolidate a little bit, but
gotcha.
Because
you have anything open right now?
Yeah, I have that $20 short open.
Oh, okay. You still have it open. Okay, yeah. Well, I missed the entry here. Let's see. Oh, it looks
actually
like,
your entry would be the same. My fill price was $24.98.
All right, I'm in. I'm just gonna take a 50x. Let's see where we're at. This SPX is looking like it's about to drop here.
I'm gonna adjust my stop up a little bit to 40%. We can take an $8 loss.
Yeah. Let's see here.
It's moving hard up. We're gonna break out to the upside. Definitely gonna get stopped. Very close.
All right, let's see here.
Okay, so I was stopped for minus 40. That's okay. Took an $8 loss. Now we got 191 to work with. More than likely it'll make us look bad and come right back down, but that's the name of the game.
Well, I took a 50x instead of a 100x, so I got a little more leeway up to 1134, where my 40% stop loss is. So let's see what happens.
There's a bit of a decoupling right now on Ether and SPY, which I find interesting.
That is interesting, because it's been mostly following it for the day. Let's see here. I mean, volume looks pretty decent on ETH right now, actually. It's probably going to hit 1132. If it's going to keep moving like this.
36.
36. 32, 30. Yeah, I can see that. Ah, yeah. Fuck. I'm not quite at the stop loss yet, but I'm almost there.
I find it much better to trade on my phone than through
Really?
the actual trading view.
Why is that? Well, I don't trade on.
This
I trade on the website.
I have too many tabs open if I want to keep, you know what I mean?
Oh,
I only have 4
mine's pretty
monitors
straightforward.
and
Just
they're
like I got the
all
one tab, I got the other tab, that type of thing. Yeah.
they're all rocked. All right, lose the viewers. We got to get some stuff going here, John. Let's get a long position for show. I just want to pull back because this is gonna be one of those times where we swap long and then
Yeah, interesting. Spies looking a little weak. ETH is still moving. Interesting. I mean, if you see like the
problem is we're hitting this major resistance zone, that 1135 mark. You look at like a 15.
Yes.
But we did break over the 26 breakdown candle.
We did, yeah. I'm getting very close to my stop loss.
What's your stop? Did you put 20 bucks?
I put $20, yeah. Mine's 1134.22.
Ah, no, John. I'm gonna
Oh,
find
it's still
something
moving
moving a
again.
little better and get into some
Yeah.
trades. This isn't
Yeah.
very exciting.
While that's going on, let's see if you can find something. I'm gonna check out Hang Seng, which I'm not familiar. What's Hang Seng? The Hang Seng Index? Oh, that's oh, I see. I haven't really looked at Hang Seng. I'm not. I don't feel super. I mean, I could just look at this from a general perspective, but let's see. What's this look like on the daily? Let me look at the weekly on this thing. Well, it's pretty. I mean, there's the 2008 crisis. That's interesting. It hasn't. It certainly didn't move in. Like where's the? We got March 2020. Sort of didn't even like. It certainly didn't have the same type of policy position as we did here, where it just went like basically vertical. I mean, it's right. It went below and has now moved above a support level. So this looks like it's just gonna continue to stay in this range. It doesn't seem like it moves. I mean, this could be encouraging right here on it.
Damn, do you see SPY pull back up?
No, I missed it. Sorry, I was looking at, let's see.
Alright, I just put long now.
On ETH?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Might get that pullback to 1128, but I wanted to get in here. We're up 5% on the trade.
Alright. Let's see.
Alright, I'm gonna put my stop at 4.5. And then that'll give me a little leeway. So if we do see, so I bought in here, and if we do see push up here to the 1136, it'll give me a little leeway, but I'll probably get stopped out at that 4.5%, which might be a mistake. We'll see.
We shall see. I'll join you on that. It's kind of just right at this point right now. SPX is starting to, if it can push this resistance level, then I think ETH will follow.
Alright, so I did get stopped out for a nice like 1 cent gain there. We're down $9 on the day.
Not the best start, not the worst start, you know? Let's see. Can we get this push for ETH? I'm in a long trade with it, but I just took 50x instead of 100. I usually don't even like taking that like high of leverage trades. I mean, I know they're more exciting. We're like, oh, 50x, yes. Let's see here. SPS hitting that resistance level. Can it push through in terms of volume? Maybe.
$11.28.
Let's see. So, it is getting, so in between the breathers, it is the volume is declining just a little bit on the 5 minute, not too much. If we get another solid, nice little push here, it'll be good. It'll be a nice profitable trade, which it looks like it might. I'm just like we're right at a teetering sort of a position here. But let's see what we got going on. Again, if you follow the link in the description on BingX, start a new account, you will get free trading capital if you trade live with us. You don't have to take our trades. Oh, SPX is moving, so ETH should follow.
We gone long?
Yeah, I mean, I am long. I'm like right at my entry point, essentially, so maybe slightly, yeah. We're slightly below it, but maybe we'll have a good power hour. Maybe it will actually be a decent, nice little move here in power hour. If ETH can push through this and head back up here to like the 1170 or 1140, 1172 kind of a region, that would be nice. Because SPX is starting to move, which is decent.
I joined you. I'm 100x. I'm down 4%.
Okay. I'm down.
I know I should have waited for the pullback, but if 1130 okay. holds here, if SPY could go pretty high pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you. It's right there.
You could see that 381 push, or 382 almost.
Yeah. Just need, you know. Let's make this. We can get this. We can get this going. We can get this day via a profitable first day, just to wet our beaks on this. Oh, we're trading with BingX is good. I'm still like, you know, looking for more long-term trades, because bear markets are a great time to accumulate projects that you believe in. You know, Moonbeam's one for me. I'm still looking for a few others. Track, I think I'll get a better position on that in the near future, and then just load up on that. Although at 20 cents, it's a steal. But the one thing about Track, as much as I like the project and the team, is that it doesn't have the type of energy and momentum of some of the other projects. It did get a parachain, but it didn't have like a huge amount of money poured into the parachain from outside of it. It won the parachain auction, but it didn't like break records. Whereas like Moonbeam and Akela and the like, they had a lot more of that type of momentum going for it. And I like Moonbeam just because ETH is a great network, and I like the Polkadot network. I think there's a lot of investment in it, and I think that, oh, here we go. Oh, green trade up 1.2% so far. For the moment, let's see. Let's get that push, SPY and ETH. Come on, I know you want to push through there. I know you want to. Nope, down 4% again. Oh, typical.
I got a better entry than you.
Can't do much investing long term with the $200 challenge. No, that's true. Which is why I'm not going to make this all about. That's what Upscale Joey said. Which is, I agree there's not a lot of long-term investing on a $200 challenge. But I don't want to make this all just about the challenge. It's part of this is just we wanted to give viewers of the disc and subs of the Discord a really good offer that you can get free trading capital if you're trading on leverage and things like that. So that's broadly where this came from, wanting to get a good deal for people who were trading and to trade live with them and to sort of bring back some of the fun to the marketplace right now, because it hasn't been very fun. It's if you get free money along the way for trading, then more is the better, you know. But I'm also going to be. I mean, right now JP and I are going to trade together because we have a good back and forth sort of a rhythm. But we're also going to probably just do individual trading days as well and see where we go. And some days will be. Oh, here we go. Come on. Come on, get me 4%. Yeah. Come on, ETH. Push through that barrier. You're so close. You're so close. You're so very close. It really, I think it does. I think it wants to do it. I'm up 6%. So can we do it? 6.8, let's see.
So I have my
think it's
stop
starting
at
to push past.
10% gains, and then I have just got stopped out for 10. So now we have $193.24. So we're still down that $6.76. Some math.
It's not. It's hitting this resistance level. SPY is still moving though. SNX, I can look at SNX. Can we turn the $200 challenge into the John JB? Turn my $200 into 200,000 challenge. In return, I both give them a hug challenge.
I'd be down.
Well, I'd be down for that. I don't know if it'll. I don't know how long that will take. That might be a little bit of a long time. I think a lot of the long-term investments will get to those levels.
Well, realistically, the fun starts as we get into this, right? So,
yes.
I mean, I'm gonna do about $200 a day for at least a month, right? And
right.
I'm pretty confident that I'll turn that into a lot more than the
sure.
$6,000 it is.
We just got to get into the rhythm of it, you know?
Right, and once we do, then we can start trading, scaling days or longer term trades, all that fun stuff. But for the start here, let's see what we can do.
It's literally just the first day starting this challenge, just getting into the rhythm of working with BingX and things like that for folks.
All right, yeah. So is everyone's volume good? Can you hear John and I know my chat's pretty quiet. I haven't really promoted it. And John's been talking the whole time, so I'm just making sure everyone in here can hear John.
I have been talking a lot, yes. I presume based on the volume level I'm looking at that people can hear you nicely and they can hear me too. How is it, chat? Chat, look at how is it, chat? From my side. ETH, what are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing?
Cool then. So Power Hour is well into its way. Looks like SPY is struggling here, but this is the support line.
Unfortunately.
380 is where we want to see it hold for the bulls, and then that could give us that push to 381. But
volume's dropping on ETH. I will.
And we finally just broke this wicked long bullish trend on Ether. So on the next retest up, I'm actually going to open a short position. Usually once you break a trend, it'll incite like more buyers or sellers from the other side. They're like, oh, let's get that trend back, and then it fails.
You can hear both, although John seems to be maybe 5 seconds behind JP's live. So you're hearing me out of sync with him?
I got better ping.
Or 5 seconds behind JP's live. I mean, maybe.
It shouldn't really matter unless they have both of our
No, it should be fine. I mean, they can, as long as they can hear us both at the same time, and it's not like a jarring type of a situation, it should be good. Let's see here.
So this is that
Meanwhile,
retest.
yeah.
And SPY's falling more. So I'm going to take a short here on Ether. I missed it.
Had you both pulled up for a second. Okay, thanks, Ben. I appreciate looking at that for us. Let's see. What's happening with the volume of it? I'm gonna wait for just a second just to see what this is doing. YGG is gone? YGG? I don't know why. YGG. Whoa, what is this? What is YGG and why is it moving like that? That's crazy. It moved.
Whoa.
How much did it move from?
Whoa, I'm going long on it. Throw in a couple bucks, no reason not to. Something's moving hundreds of percent.
Let's see, YGG. Shit, why not? Let's do it. I'll throw a couple simoleons on it. Why not? Let's see what happens.
Does it have futures? Yes, it does. What leverage you taking?
I'm just gonna do 20. Thank you for that. Let's see how it moves. Let's see if it keeps moving for us and we can get some movement on it. A little bit of a pullback, but let's see what happens. What is up with it today? Why is it moving like that? What is YGG? Let me see here. YGG is. Let me look up. Oops. Okay. No, I don't want. What? Shoot.
We're gonna get stopped out.
Oh, hold on. Come on, YGG, man. Once again, this not the best luck today I'm having.
It's just classic. I'm gonna keep mine at a -50 stop and just chill because this is moving pretty intensely.
Yeah.
It's just the issue is it started to pull back when SPY and Ether went forward, which I didn't like.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'll just leave it for now.
SPY's moving a lot, dude. It moved 0.2% in 3 minutes.
Bet. Yeah, it's right at this like resistance level. It's struggling to get there. YGG, I don't even know what YGG is. Yield Guild Games, a play-to-earn gaming guild bringing players together to earn via blockchain-based economies. We are the settlers of new worlds in the metaverse. Huh. Interesting. Is there some reason it is moving so vigorously today? Is there an announcement or something? Let's see. It says... I mean, they put like a thread together 9 hours ago about a bunch of stuff that they're participating in, different panels and things like that. I don't know if there's been a big announcement of something, but maybe they... Yeah. Oh, they're streaming, I guess? They're doing some sort of a stream? But that was 16 hours ago. Unless they're still going, that would be... I said they're... I don't know. I don't know why it's moving like that today. I don't know why YGG is moving like that today. Oh, ETH is now green again for me. I didn't go. I kept it. I'm just gonna. Oh, that YGG is green as well. Come on. Let's give me that. Get both for me, please. Here we go. Yeah, I was gonna close my. Shoot, come on. No, I can't close it right yet. YGG is interesting. Let's see. I'm just gonna set my. Whoops, not my. No, hold on. Wait a minute. Not gonna give me. I can't do a take profit and a stop loss. That's not fair. That's not a fair thing. Hold on a second here. So yeah, I don't know why YGG is moving like that today. That's very strange. DYDX? Yeah, I can take a look at that in a minute too.
Yeah, if anyone wants a chart request, I'm happy to pull anything up. I might even
absolutely.
jump over to Thinkorswim.
DYDX. Oh, interesting. It moved past a support level. That might be good for an entry, actually. Let me see.
Down $5.29.
Let me see here. I think I'm gonna go long on DYDX because it's right at a good spot. Let's see. You know what, I'm just gonna do a 10x. Nothing crazy. Let's see what we got. 10x on it. Let's just see. So, man, YGG, these crazy ass swings. I was up, and now here I am. So I'm just hanging out for right now. I think I got some more movement in it, but YDX looks like it might have a nice little push here in a minute. Let's see what happens.
What was the other one that we just traded?
The one that I just traded, DYDX?
No, right before that.
YGG.
YGG. Sorry, I got stopped out and it was no longer on my watch list. There we go. Yeah, so that's exactly what I'm looking for. Something that moves, 10+% in a day. Because then if you're taking a 20x trade, it becomes super easy to catch, halfway through this push down, you jump in, and that's another 20, 30, 40%.
Right, exactly.
Whereas if you get caught in these consolidations, it can get ugly.
Yeah, exactly.
So I did get stopped out of all my trades. I'm down to only $6 down on the day. We'll see what we can do here. I might take some bigger trades in a minute just because this is kind of slow and boring.
Here, DYDX looks decent. It looks like it's moved at a good level. I think it could push up here. It might pull back a little bit, back down to like 181, but it looks decent. I'm just gonna hold these for a minute here. Man, YGG, it was looking so good for a minute there, and then it did that pullback. It's hard when it's moving like that because it could easily just keep like pushing and pushing for a while, but it's worth throwing in like a few bucks just to see what happens with it. That's okay though. Again, getting into the rhythm of this, especially with the market as choppy and uncertain as it is going to take a few days. But let's see, what do we have over here in the chat? Free crypto just for joining and making a post. I mean, you don't have to make a post. Just if you join with the BingX link and just look at the it's all laid out in my Twitter feed. That you just you can just hang on. You can hang on and get free USDT for trading while we're trading. You don't have to take our trades, but. 100. Let's see. And all these are down, but I have a. I'm gonna hang on to it for a minute here. Not the most auspicious start, but SPX looks like it wants to move a little bit more. We might get something in the last half hour here that looks decent. Let's see. Can we get a decent push here? See, I usually like to buy on perpetual futures because you tend to get a better entry. You can be more precise with your entries rather than what you normally get. But you know, it's faster and easier just to take a market order on the standard derivatives. Let's see. Where is
Top channel of the trade. We're in that. If you trade options with me, you know the ABC strategy. We're right in that 68 retrace zone here, so it's very likely that bears can just crush this, and then we get, you know, a push back to the 1126.
Yes.
And yeah, I don't really want to go long risking that. But at the same time, looks like SPY's going green. Yep. Insane.
There we go. Come on, ETH. Yeah, I don't trust where it's at right now. I'm just going to close it. I'm in profit on it. I'm profitable on it. So 5% is fine. I've got these other ones. YGG down like 25%. DYDX. I'm just right at the line. I'm just right at the line. I think it could get a push up here to $1.88 if things keep moving, though. I'm holding out for it. Although the volume has sort of been declining on it, so we'll see. DYDX is interesting in terms of longer term. Let me actually pull up a longer chart here. Yeah, I mean, when did that? That was from September. DYDX had a good run here on Binance when it premiered up until what was the opening price of $3 up to 27 in September, and that's basically just been selling off since then to below the opening price, hit $1. I don't know about its prospects long term, although you can see right here there's been a very nice, I think the largest green candles on the daily for since back in September, back when it first opened on Binance. So someone is certainly opening or pushing a big position on DYDX right now. I think just probably because it's just so inexpensive right now. I don't know what it looks like in terms of long term. I haven't done a lot of looks on it. Okay, DYDX up 5%. I only took a 10x trade on it though, so not a lot. 7%. Okay, it's not bad. Not bad. 9%. 10%. Can I get 12%, 14%? Should have used higher leverage. Oh well. You know what? I'm gonna take profit on that. That's nice. 15% is decent. YGG not looking as healthy, down 20% on it, but not terrible. Not terrible. But DYDX was good. Thank you for mentioning DYDX. Who was that? Upscale Joey. Thank you. That was a good one. There's so many that are moving at any given time. It's hard to ever. I should have kept my ETH one open. It's starting to move again. 1137, 1136. Let's see. Okay, so YGG. That was a bit of a crazy long shot type of a thing. Although it might.
I put a $20 short on Ether here.
Right here?
Mm-hmm. And then my stop's at 5%. I'm up 10. So worst case, we get 0.5% from
Right.
after the
I'm gonna hold
trading
off
days.
for. I'm gonna hold off for right now.
I only took it
Uh,
because we were so wiki on like a 30-second chart, and we were touching that
yeah,
168 resistance. So I just jumped
yeah.
in there and took a quick
My
10%.
one thing about it was that the volume was starting to pick up a little bit. The green volume was starting to pick up a little bit, at least on the 5 minute. But we'll see, because it's right at a support level right now. So
I
it
find
really
it's
depends. I guess.
yeah, you got to be really tight with your stops if you're counter trend.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just got out for I think 0.5% gain after the fees, which is
Yeah.
nothing to brag about. But hey, I'm
No,
only
but
down
hey, you know,
$5.16 now, John.
not too bad. Not too bad.
Did you get back green after your nice trades?
I am. Where am I at? 20, 7, 8, 9. I'm only down. I mean, I think I'm waiting for YGG. If YGG can move up a little bit, then I should be good for the day. I might actually be at break even for the day, which isn't terrible. Could just get out now on YGG, and then I'll only be down like $2, which isn't terrible. But let's see, or maybe more like $5. $5.
I'm really interested to see if SPY rejects here.
If it doesn't, let's see.
This is the long
Ooh,
entry if you think SPY's
ooh,
gonna
ETH is.
keep going.
I think it might. I think we because the volume's been gradually moving up since 11 PST. So I think we might get a good push into the end of power hour here, the last half hour.
A bit wiki on both sides still. For this,
Yeah,
it's like
it
an
is.
undecision zone in the 30s, so I kind of don't want to go long unless we pull back a little bit. And I don't want to short while SPY's above the gap. So if SPY pulls back below the gap, hey, I might take a short here. If SPY doesn't, then stick long. And the cool thing about
Yeah.
crypto is the volatility picks up a lot for right after the market closes. So
Yes, for sure.
so for the next hour or so should get more exciting.
I'm just gonna close my YGG thing. So down
Where do I think
down for
ETH
the
is
day. Not
going?
Sarah.
So short term, probably consolidation for the next week or so. And then I think that Bitcoin's got another dump in her. The whole liquidity
Yeah.
crisis is just scary, man. People we're so overstaked, and they're not going to be able to pull their money out. So that's going to cause some serious regulatory changes or put even more fear into the crypto market.
Yeah. And
Ooh,
until inflation has
crypto broke away.
moved. Yep, there it goes. See, this is what I was saying. It looked like it was because volume was picking up a little bit on at least the 5 minute wick. Oh yeah, wow. Should have kept that ETH long open. That's okay. UIDX is doing very well too. It's hard to know exactly when. But I got 14% off of that one. That was decent. I only took a 10x though. I could have taken a 50x on it and had done much better, but it's a little gun shy today. SPX is just kind of hanging out here. I want it to push. I mean, I don't think it will though. I mean, we got a little over 20 minutes left in the day. It could push up here, but it keeps hitting this barrier right around 38, 30, that type of area. So it might just bang into it again and then dump tomorrow. But maybe not. Maybe we'll get. So technically, I mean, have we gotten many turnaround Tuesdays lately? I'm trying to remember. Have there been many turnaround days at all? When's the last time we had like a nice? So on the 23rd, that was a Thursday. SPX moved pretty. The 24th actually, so that was into the Friday, 23rd to the 24th, and then on the 21st, that was a turnaround Tuesday for SPX. It moved up from 36.77 up to 37.77 in the morning, and then just kind of consolidated there, and then moved up into Friday before the longer weekend, before the fourth weekend. So maybe turnaround Tuesday will be turnaround Wednesday because we didn't have any trading yesterday. We'll see. ETH is trying to stab above this 11. Where are we at? 1140 level, and if it can do that, it could just. Let me look at the longer chart here. What do we got on the 10-minute chart? ETH is in a good spot, actually. Just looking at it, it would have to. It's probably going to try to push back up there, but if SPX can't push firmly above that 3830 level tomorrow, then we're probably going to see a pretty significant dump. Although all day today the volume has been increasing since well, not all day, but basically since around 9 or 10 a.m. PST. The volume's been increasing on SPX, the green volumes. That's good. We shall see. We shall see.
Damn, ETH's going.
ETH is going. Again, I mean, I broke even on it after trading fees, so I'm fine with that. YGG, after it moved that much, I probably shouldn't have gone in at all, but sometimes you just gotta throw a few in to see what happens.
You can't, you gotta just throw a couple bucks.
Just throw a couple bucks in. That's all you got. You just gotta throw a couple bucks in sometimes, see what happens with it. So,
damn, dude.
Wow, ETH is moving. Jesus. Wow.
Yeah, I just got stuffed out on a short. I'm back down to 189.
Yeah, that's why I was.
I shouldn't have hesitant to short. Yeah.
Yeah, I was hesitant to short because it just looked like it wanted, because it was at a support zone, so I was just like, at least on the 5 minute.
Plus it broke away from SPY, which
yeah,
I should have recognized. Anyways, let's see what we can do here.
Paper-handed DYDX. I mean, were you profitable upscale, Joey? If you're profitable, you gotta take profit when you can in this market. I mean, I'll tell you something. Like the only like long portfolio position I have right now is Moonbeam, and technically I'm down 0.9% on that because my entries were at different places, and it was hard to know where exactly my best entries were going to be. But you got to take profit when you can, because this market is fucking brutal right now, and you just never know. Oh, I paper-handed it? Yes, I paper-handed it. But no. None of this paper-handed things. See, one of the things about the whole meme stock stuff is people got too into this, oh, you're a paper hands. If people sold when it went up crazy, everybody would have been happy, they would have all made profit, and they would have really fucked over the market makers and things like that. But people's like, oh, you're a paper hands if you don't hold on to things. That's stupid. Take profit, because then you have it. Otherwise you don't, and then you just watch it dwindle away and dwindle away and dwindle away. I mean, I think everybody who's trading has held on too long to something because they thought it would go back up to the level it was at a certain point. And I think that mentality is why retail tends to fail, because they do not just take profit on it, I'm still in. Look at it. Yeah, no, it's doing great. It's doing great. I was happy just taking profit where it was, because the market is market's tricky right now, especially at this time of day. So if I'd gotten a slightly better entry on it, I probably would have held on to it a little bit longer. But I'm happy to have taken profit on it. There's nothing wrong with that, and there's nothing wrong with just taking profit when you can. I probably would have been, and it's hitting it might go up to 188, like I said. I think that's where the next possible resistance level is, if it's going to keep moving. Although the volume has been declining as it's been pushing up right here, at least on the 5 minutes. So unless it gets another little push, I think it's going to start turning around in a minute. Because the volume's not supporting a higher move up. It needs to like the wick needs to push up, and the volume needs to increase back to a higher level in order to get up from there. So it's probably going to start turning around here in a second, just based on the volume. But we'll see. We'll see. It could get a really nice push, but it did. That's a nice V-shaped recovery. So my guess would be facts. No one ever went broke taking profit. Of course not. Absolutely. Even if it's a little bit of profit. Bitcoin's moving to. I keep getting these notifications on my phone from my thing. Is like, oh, Bitcoin's above 20,000. Oh, Bitcoin's below 20,000. Back and forth, day on and day out, and I was just like, okay, yeah, I get it. Everything's it's right at this unfortunate level. What is Bitcoin doing? Yeah, Bitcoin really moved today with everything. Starting last night at that support level, and then just fucking shot up. But now it's right at another resistance level. SNX. Yes, you mentioned that earlier. I will take a look. Let me see. Yeah, SNX looks good. I wouldn't enter right now because it's like right in a no man's land. It probably
Things are gonna get real volatile in a minute.
Yeah. If I had gotten an entry down at like the support level at like 265 or even below that, but I'm not gonna enter right here.
SPY's gonna go green, man. The bulls got this. Unless the bears break us down right here.
Let's see.
Which should pull Ether. Yeah, I'm green on my position. Let's put that stop up though.
It's very close. It's very close. We got 15 minutes.
There we go.
We got 15 minutes. Let's see what happens. Maybe it will be like a nice turnaround Tuesday tomorrow, except it's going to be Wednesday. So Coinbase, just aside from that, is moving up 12% today. Coinbase. And SPY is right at this level. It's only down 0.03%. So it looks like it's going to be just barely green at the end of the day. But it would be really nice if it pushes up above, on the S&P. Let me just look at SPY. Ease of talking. Is that like 381? Yeah.
Yo, I like how we should just do longer holds on these. I mean, the initial entry at 1107 would be 400% right now.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I'm
I was really sitting there. I was like, oh, we should go long, but you were talking and it kind of moved a little bit. We never took it. And damn. But yeah, I think that'll be the fun of getting into this together. And once we get away from this $200, it should get a lot easier.
Yeah, exactly. 751, jeez. Yeah, ETH is moving. SPX is SPY is green. SPY is green. Just. Oh, no, it's not. It is fighting for it. You know, you gotta wonder how all these algorithmic things work in the background of this. Let me look at SNX again. Where are we at? Yeah, it's right in an area where like I can't really go long or short right now. The volume's not. I mean, it could go either way right at this point. It could, if it hits up here, then that might be a good short entry, but yeah, I can't really do anything with it. If I had gotten a better entry on it, if I had seen it at 1225, that would have been a good spot to open a long position on it. What has SNX been doing long term? I'm not even sure what SNX is. I think I've heard of it. I'm just not super familiar with it. See, again, this is an interesting one here. If you look back on its history, at least on Binance, from July of 2020, it dropped below its opening at like its low point from July of 2020, which was $2.40, went all the way up to $28, and then which was a nice I mean, if you got it in November of 2020, that's 1,000 for the 1,100% gain. If you got down at the base of that, but then it dropped below it here, and look at this. Look at this huge volume spike over here. That's the biggest volume spike on Binance in its entire history. Right here, when it dropped down to $1.44. I think probably because it dropped below this support level, and so it got bought up really, really fast. So people had probably a lot of open positions available for it where they could buy it right there, and that looks like a nice inverse head and shoulders. There's this shoulder, kind of a long shoulder, sort of like a weird hunchbackian shoulder. There's the head, and there's the other shoulder. SNX might move very nicely over the next few days. I mean, it's already starting to, if it can reclaim, if it can push above 372, it'll look very nice. But again, right now, I don't. It's in like a no man's land sort of position, where it could push up here, or not. I don't have a good entry on it. Thank you for suggesting it though. SPY is green. It looks like it might finish green by the skin of its teeth. Although we might get a nice candle break up here in a second on it if it can push sufficiently. Let's see.
There's that 381.5. Should have stayed long SPY. All right, so learning notes. Definitely should trade the SPX and the NQ in the background just because they're a little more stable. And we still would get. Sure. I mean, it was down 40.4, so.
Right.
That's what, 46% if we catch that move up, which is wonderful. And it's way more stable. I mean, the pullbacks aren't nearly as rough, so you don't get stopped out.
Right. And you can just do 100x on SPY, so.
Ether won't stop, dude. It's crazy.
Ether's moving. I'm curious. Let me look at the longer term. Nope, not that one. Sorry. This side. Wait a minute. Ether.
Should drop real soon. We're hitting that major resistance.
Yeah. Also, it looks like it's making a sort of a very awkward ass head and shoulders pattern on a, like, as there was a shoulder over here on the 21st of June, and then top of the head on the 26th of June, and then this sort of is making another shoulder over here. It could push up to 1192, but it's just all the patterns are so like, it's not a proper head and shoulders because it didn't, the lower right side of it sort of dropped lower than it should have, but I feel like we're just winding up for another solid dump at some point. I want to see Bitcoin at 15.5. I feel like that's the level that it has to get to before, like, that's more of a capitulation level. 15.5, 16k is, if I were to hazard a guess where a bottom would be, it's right around there. Because I think most of the people who bought in during the crazy bull run did so at above the levels that we're at right now, and they'll just be like, you know what, I'm out. And probably would cause a cascade effect down to that level. It'd probably wick down to maybe, I don't know, 14.5 at the absolute worst. And then that would probably be like the baseline of it. Probably not until end of August, maybe sometime in September, because we're just sort of trundling along here from FOMC meeting to FOMC meeting, from CPI to CPI, from CPI data. Let me check. When is the next CPI data? CPI release dates. And this is the next one is. July 13th. So we've got a little bit of time to be disappointed before we're disappointed again. So that's next Wednesday. So we'll see. Oh, SPY. No. It doesn't want to stay green on the day. a few minutes left, but I don't know. It might just be barely red. What a move today on it, down 2% and then moved all the way up to basically green.
All right, shorted ether.
Let's see. Let me pull the ether back up.
Probably regrettable, but I'll just swap long, or open up a mirrored position. Stringo.
Let me see. What do I feel like on this? How does volume look? Volume, it had such a nice push up a few, like at 1240, but volume's starting to move down again, but not that much. I want to see how this candle closes in terms of volume, and then I'll make my decision on that. When does this candle end in 43 seconds? Let's see where it's at. Volume doesn't look great on it, so let's see. But it's not horrible. It could easily just push up from here. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off just for a second here. It looks like it just wants. I think I might just do like a push up. We'll see. That was a pretty low volume close on that candle, though. So.
Got stopped out for $1.
Ah. I'm gonna wait a second here and see.
Your background scared me out of that position. I wouldn't have put my stop above my entry, but you know what I mean? I got the jaw. The jaw in the background, like, I don't think we should short. Yeah, no, not a bad trade. I mean, these 0.5% don't really add up on a $200 account, but they do on the bigger ones. And the big thing is if you get 8 1% gains, that pays for a 10% loss.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which will happen.
All right. Do you think SPY's finishing green? We got 5 minutes.
$465 million to the buy side? No.
So, it's like right, it's so on the line for it. Let's see here. Yeah, maybe ETH was a good short. I just wasn't sure because it's so. That was a big handle drop there on SPY.
I charted that out. I just didn't trade it very well. To the T, I charted it.
Hit this entry point here. Because ETH is right at this sort of like 5-minute support level. I would be, I don't know. Although volume is sort of dropping on it pretty significantly. So it wouldn't surprise me if it dumped a bit.
Damn. Bitcoin's over 20. That's good. How long will that last?
For now, I don't know how long it's gonna last though. I mean, like I get notifications every other day. I'm just like, Bitcoin's above 20,000. Bitcoin's below 20,000. Where is Bitcoin? Who knows? We'll find out.
It's just so little volume here.
What is the highest? So today, Lit is up the highest 24-hour change, 15% or 14.5%. CRV.
You gotta filter it for standard futures though.
Standard. Oh.
Otherwise, it was just spot. Yeah, so Lit is the highest, and yeah, I think you did.
Yeah. That's the highest. CRV. GMT is a weird one. Uh, it's because GMT was GMT the was that running coin or
I'll
the
be right back, John.
okay. So let's see here. GMT green metaverse token. Yeah, there was right. It's the Bitcoin mining token with secured with computing power, and it had that huge run before. Let me chart this out here for a second. Let's see what's going on with that actually in terms of a longer term look at it. I'm not a huge fan of it for a few reasons in terms of why did it. Oh, let me see. I mean, it had like a crazy run from its opening by 0.009, and then it went up to what 434 if you got in at that, or even when you got in at open. Like if you got in from ICO price, that was a 40,000% move at the top of it, which would have been crazy. But even if you got in down here on like one of the trading days, 5,200% move. But yeah, that was an insane move on the whole thing. Long-term prospects, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the coin for a couple of different logistical reasons on it. I think that I think that I'm gonna have better profit potential on a few other things that have better. Oh wow, Spy is starting to break. It's gonna be looks like it. Yep, green on the day. Up 0.19%. That's great. That's a great little move for the day. 0.19% for Spy. But that's encouraging. I think that we could have a. God, looking at the week on Spy, the weekly on Spy is not the weekly chart, but just like the last trading days on Spy. Let's see here. No. Let's see, 30. So it's from. What day was that? Like the 29th. Let's see here. So this is over 29th here. I mean, look at this. Look at this choppy garbage. It doesn't. It's trash. It's a trash. It's just like no, but it's staying in this channel, and I think it finally.
Damn, Spy closed 0.19 green.
Yeah, it did. You missed the exciting final moment actions on it, but it's right at this. It might break up. I think it'll break upward tomorrow. Actually, I think it will. Yeah, I think it has a good shot at it. We might have a good, really nice green day tomorrow, so it might be a really good day to trade.
Did everyone hear that?
Hmm?
The like abrupt ding. Oh, you wouldn't.
No,
because you're only
no,
gonna
if
hear
it was
my
on
mic.
your.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can only hear your mic.
That's
if it was on your computer.
Damn beautiful 15-minute candle close.
That was very nice.
It even got the
Is that
break
a cup
above yesterday, or sorry, Friday.
Is that a cup and handle on Spy? You're asking if it's a cup and handle?
Mm-mm.
This? No, it's not a cup and handle. This was an inverse head and shoulders, an awkward one at that. This here is just like a channel that it's been trading in. I can't assign a pattern name to it. It's just been trading in between these support and resistance points in this channel since the 29th. This was a diamond shape right here from in those trading hours, which usually comes. It could have been like a bottoming point. It could have gone either way, but it just dropped like a stone. Instead, like when these diamond shapes are made, Bitcoin hourly. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, like I don't have Bitcoin pulled up, although I guess there might be a slight delay for you. So let me see. Bitcoin hourly. A cup and handle? Like this? Is what you're talking about? No, I wouldn't call it a cup and handle. The bottom's a little rough. Also, if it drops below the 50% point on the... Like it dropped... Let's see here. Where's the because like the halfway point between these two would have been like right here. If it drops below there, yeah, I wouldn't call this a cup and handle. This didn't even reach the top of this over here. What is this? I mean, this looks. It just looks like a lot of chop. It doesn't have I don't see like a particularly compelling pattern. ETH has a more consistent looking pattern that looks like a Head and Shoulders. This looks more. This little thing right here, I don't know what this is. If you're talking about this little right there, missed the stream start, but thanks for doing them. Thank you, M. Bactol. Please do like, follow, subscribe, all the YouTubey things. It helps the algorithm and all the other things. And again, if you want to get free money, sign up with BingX. There's a link in the description, etc., etc. The handle part I was unsure about. If you're talking about this little thing right here, no, I don't think so. It's very cuppy. It could form a cup, but I'd want a longer, but it's too V-shaped right there. If anything, if it's going to do anything, it's probably going to make an inverse Head and Shoulders, so I would imagine it would pull back down to here, down at 19.7, because it's hitting a resistance point right here. But a lot of it depends on what SPY does.
Yeah, you can trade 100x on Sol.
You can on Solana?
Yeah. Just too much leverage.
Too much leverage.
It's got like a 17% gain on it. And it happened in like half a second. 13%.
I like Solana long term. I think Solana long term
will hold up. Yeah, I think it'll hold up with it's the 5 coins that don't die. 15 coins that don't die. Definitely.
I mean, it's part
Ether
of
and Bitcoin. Right.
Yeah. FTX's retinue. I think that Solana could.
I think Ether's going to break out.
Probably. I'll take a look at that in a second. Solana, I'm still waiting for a better price on it. I think I can get a slightly better price on it. Maybe like $20. $20, I think I could get a better price on it, and then I'll open up just like a long investment position on it. I did not get in on it early like a lot of people did, which would have been great if I got it at like $2 and then went up to $246. That would have been a nice trade. I think long term it could get up, $800, $1,000 or more in the next 5 years, maybe something like that. That would be a good trade. So for a long-term hold, I like it. Long time you retracted your message about the cup and handle. Don't now people are gonna be confused. I guess not. They can see the stream, and I read that. But let me look at these. Here we go. Yeah, I think it will.
Too late, John. Too late. We're up 30%.
I know. You went long on it?
Yeah. I don't just say things and not, I try to make sure I actually take the trades, so things like this morning don't happen. That really bothered me.
I don't remember when you said you went long on ETH. I know you had a short position and got stopped up, but did you say you went long on it? Did I miss that? I might have missed it.
I have not had a losing trade in a while. I just went short on ETH for 4.5, long ETH for 15. Now I'm long ETH again, and I'm up 30%.
Okay.
And my stop is at 14. Put my stop up to 20. Yeah. Not at 40%. Hey, we're getting back. Oh, 46%. John, guess what? We're back over the money.
Sorry, I was too busy talking about the general state of the market. I didn't take the trade. My bad. That would have been a good trade, though.
If it's hovering within like $1 of a resistance and it's already consolidated or support, it's pretty safe to try to catch that.
I was planning on doing because I saw it like right around 11:45, but then I got distracted talking about Spy and a few other things, I would have gone. Probably would have gone long there though, but it's fine. There's other opportunities. There's always other opportunities in the marketplace, and we'll see. I don't know if we're gonna trade every day this week, and then we'll see like what kind of like where we're at in terms of. I don't think we're gonna be doing that every single week. That'll be probably exhausting. I don't even know if I can talk for. I know some people do that, like they trade every single. I don't know these people that do bell to bell streaming every weekday. That would just be insane. That would exhaust me. I wouldn't be able to do anything.
Yeah, but you're also West Coast, so it'd be a hell of a different commitment.
That's true. Yes. Like
I don't
getting
know.
up at 6 o'clock in the morning and then doing it. Well, even just like let's say I could just get up at a less insane hour. It would still be like, ugh, I gotta talk for the entire day, aside from maybe like a brief breather here or there just to eat lunch or something like that. But let's see. What? Man, Coinbase hit 13% today.
We continue to bull flag here. It should pop right up to the 61 to 66 mark, which is another 50%.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold off right now. It looks decent. It looks good, and the volume's starting to push
More
up.
than likely, you'll get an entry below 53.
Yeah. Let's see if it pulls back a little bit for me.
Which means I'd get stopped for 20%, and then I'd try to re-enter.
Oh, let's see what happens.
57.
Maybe not.
50.
It might just move. Okay, what would be the next 10 minutes? No, 2 minutes. This would be up to what, 1164. Which is pretty.
Oh, I just bought $2 of GMT.
For long GMT?
For $2.
For $2?
I'm up 5 cents though.
Hey, why not?
I didn't mean to. It just got away log. Oh man.
You didn't mean to buy it?
No, I was using the Trading Views top little left thing, and I didn't know how much it was gonna go long for. It just said 2. I didn't know what 2 meant. It's $2 US at whatever leverage I'm at, which is.
I see. I'll go long
20x.
GMT. Why not? Why not? It seems like it could push up from here. Yeah, ETH is ETH. I don't think I'm gonna get the pullback on that. I think it's just gonna push.
So my Ether's up 66%, so I'm gonna put my stop to 50.
Whoa. 1164. That's the next resistance point.
62 to 66, I said. Stopped out.
It's just moving today.
John,
Yes.
we're green on the day.
Pretty good. Well, you're green. I missed the ether entry, so I'm not technically green on the day at the moment, but I will make up for it tomorrow. Just like Spy, it was barely green on the day. That 0.19%. But I feel good about the prospects for tomorrow, just based on the fact that Spy's been consolidating in this range for so long now, since the 29th.
Nice.
I think we're in for a good little breakout tomorrow.
I closed out at 100% on ETH.
Very nice. Congratulations.
This is only a $20 gain.
Still. See, what time is it? 8 o'clock in the morning. If we'd gotten that, that would have been a great entry. What would that have been like? It would have been a 700%. Wow, ETH is just a powerhouse today. Is Bitcoin moving? DMT's pushing. Let's see. 6%. I only took a 20x on it, but 6%. That's decent.
There's the 1166. There's my short, 10%. Stop loss 30. Take profit 50. Green 5% already. Let's go.
See what we got here.
All right, green 15%. Let's go. Sometimes when you have numbers in your mind, you can trade them without catching, hey, I didn't catch that full long position. I only got the 50%, but I was looking for that 1166 short, and as soon as I saw that 1166 hit, jumped in my short. Now we're up 10% on that side. And as the day picks up volatility like this, I'll be able to trade more and more frequently, and the next thing you know, 10% isn't a $20 trade anymore. It becomes a $50 trade, and then things start to really move. But yeah, I just got stopped for 5% gains on that. The short, so nothing crazy. 6.43, so we got about 2% out of it.
Yeah, too bad.
Mm-mm.
I mean, GMT, it's sort of like hovering. It's like around nothing crazy. It's just sort of, it's green, but it's not like crazy green. Okay. Got stopped on the ETH short. Alright, GMT's not... I should say I got out of the ETH short. Let's see. GMT is down 4%, which is just like, I put in like $5 because, so I'm down 11 cents. The horror. It's right at a line though. Let me look at GMT actually. This is GMT. If it can have like a nice push up above here, which it very well might, and then it could hit up here to like 96, something like that. Let's see. Let's see if it can do it. It'd be nice if it would. We got a little under 15 minutes left for the day.
Are you cutting out right at 6:30 or 4:30? 1:30?
Yeah, that seems like a good time, and I haven't eaten yet today. That I probably should, and I don't want to eat on camera.
Do you get your webcam?
What's that?
You got your webcam up? Damn.
Yeah, I'm on webcam. I'm not on webcam on yours because I can't put the camera into
two spots at once.
Yeah, I need to put up the other webcam to stream that to Discord.
Or
for that
alternatively, we make a spot where you'd basically have to turn your camera off, and then we turn on it again to get into a Discord video call, which would have both of us in the same screen.
Yes, I'm probably just gonna get the webcam and the separate webcam, and I know it's here somewhere. I thought it was hooked up, but I guess it's not. But I'll figure that out for tomorrow. GMT, give me that push. Give me that nice little push. You're right at that level. I know you want to do it. Alright, I'm just gonna set my stop loss at 3%, take profit at 25% or There you go. So I'll just leave that, and whichever way it goes, it goes. But let's see, where can we? What else has been trading heavily right now? So again, CRV is pushing today, and Lux. I don't even know what Lux is. Lux. PIYGG, NJ. What I like to do sometimes on Bingus is I like to look at the ones that are starting to have moves but haven't necessarily had the moves yet. Let's see here. C98, People, Eagle, Maker. Mina's moving. How does Mina look? Let me take it. Let me see. Because Mina's interesting. Mina's an interesting project. I like a lot of it, but it doesn't have a lot of trading volume overall. But looking at it from... Nope, hold on. I mean, it hasn't done super great. I don't. It's old. It's an older project than that, though. Let me see where it started on. It started on. Was it on CoinEx? Was it on Gate.io? Probably have a longer history. It opened up here at $18, and now it's at 65 cents. I don't. Yeah, I mean it's in this channel right here. It seems like it's hit kind of a nice little bottoming, so it might have a nice push tomorrow, GMT? Or not GMT, Mina? Let me see. The emerging zone is an independent... Yes. Yeah, Mina doesn't have a lot of liquidity to it, so I don't really want to trade it just for that reason. Looks? I've never even... heard of Lux. Lux has been on a bit of a tear, though. When was that? That was on the 3rd. It kind of consolidated right there. Hesitant to enter something like that after these like crazy moves, and then it had this sort of move right here. Let's see. 24-hour change. CRV's been moving great. It been a great entry back in June 30th, but I don't know. Are there any cryptos, anything that you're looking at, or are you just going to stick mostly to the larger ones? Or I mean, we took a few trades on some of the more interesting ones today, like GMT, but
every time I've had good runs, like where I'll get like a 400-500% day, it's where I find like a Luna or something that's making a 20 or 30% move on the day. So then when you're scalping, those quick entries are bam 40-50%.
Right, exactly.
Otherwise, you just kind of have to be very patient. I mean, if John and I had taken our initial entry long, we'd be up just about 500%. But that takes so much patience and holding through all of these pullbacks because it's not moving very quickly.
Right.
So yeah, I'm definitely down to trade whatever. I'm trying to track Ether right now. It did break a little higher than I thought it would, but I think that a good short entry is coming up in a minute.
Yeah.
Should get a pushback to the 1156 mark, which would liquidate anyone who bought in at the 1165. I think a lot of times at least my cynical brain likes to think that the market makers move around by liquidation prices.
I mean, yes, they do. Like, there's a great High Block is one. I haven't put the money into it. I might, just because it shows all these liquidation levels for where people can get liquidated at in terms of their positions. I saw one that was a crazy one. Someone posted about it. It was back in I think it was when Ethereum dropped to 1200 initially from all these high points, and maybe it was even lower than that. Maybe it was like 800 or something. And it was a 5 5 million Ether long position.
Ooh, I saw that.
And I was like, but Ether was at 800 like so long ago. How I don't understand. How did you hold that long all the way up to 4,000 something, back down to 2,000 something, all the way back up again to 4,000 higher, and you didn't just like, this is good, and you got liquidated on it? Like, are you serious? Like, what? I just don't, like, that's such a crazy long time to hold a leveraged long position, because ETH was at 800 back in December 2020. So they held through that entire period of time and did, I mean, maybe they took profit on some of it and they got liquidated on the rest of it. So I don't know. But that was a 540% gain at the very, very top from that position, or something like that, which is going to be more on their leveraged long position. And I don't know, that's crazy. That's a crazy hold to have, to move like that, you know?
I read some study that like, I think it was like 30% of all Bitcoin is in a locked out wallet. People don't know the password. Could have been
there
some
was
sap
that
like
story.
that. Put 500 million in, sees it go all the way up to 5 bill.
Well, there was one guy who had something like, I guess at the top of the Bitcoin market, it was 65. It was worth like 20-30 million. He had like a bunch of Bitcoin that was on a hard drive, and he threw away the hard drive. He meant to throw away a different hard drive, but he threw away the hard drive with the Bitcoin wallet on it, and he didn't have like private keys or his keys or anything like that. And so since that time, this was years ago at this point, he has been searching the area of the dump where and he's involved others in it. He said, like, look, I will split a percentage, whatever. We'll make a split. Whoever finds it, I will split it with you. If you find it, we will split it together. So he has been combing through this area of the dump where he knows it would have been dumped that day from that trash, and he's been combing it for years. It's apparently driven him just batshit insane that he threw it away. But here's the thing. He would have, let's say he kept the hard drive and had that. He would have sold long before it reached those levels. Like, he would not have waited until it was 20, 30, 60,000.
It's the pullbacks that get everyone.
Yeah, I mean, it hit, what was it, 19,000 on its last high, and then it pulled back 95% or something around there. Holding through that would have been hard. And I mean, I guess I can see how people just get into these, like, oh, but it was at this, it'll go back to this again, and you know, it
not
happens.
If you're an AMC holder. we lost that faith.
I mean, there's still people that stream every day for AMC related stuff, and
does anyone see it going back to 72 this year with the market doing what it's doing?
I don't know how it will ever go back to that level, to be perfectly honest. I just don't see how it could reach that, because it was a very specific set of circumstances that led it to go back to those levels, to let it to those levels in the first place. And the big one was that market makers had to hedge for all those June $40 calls. That's what did that crazy June 2nd run and caused it to shoot up to those levels. But I just don't see how it could ever get back there again. Like, it's, I mean, honestly, if we're talking about something like maybe HYMC is a better, like, long-term, like, long out hold, because it's a literal gold mine. So if it has even a portion of the amount of money that's supposedly locked up in there, then it'll make a lot of money over the next several years. But who knows? Who can say? If it's, I'd like to see if it will actually. I mean, it's at $1 a share right now, so it has to keep at $1 a share in order to maintain itself. What is happening with AMC? It's like at $12 or something right now. It keeps dropped, I think. And see. I mean, the whole market's doing kind of crappy, but the consumer market is pretty bad. What was it at? It was at 11 something. What was it?
Take a short.
Look at the on ETH.
Yeah, but a few minutes ago.
Oh, okay. I think I am just going to. Let's see here. I'm just gonna hold off for the day. It's we got 2 minutes left. I don't feel like I got my GMT position, a very small one, and I got the stops and take profits set in, so I'll just let that run. But I will be back. We will be back. Are you gonna stay on stream and keep going, or because I'm hungry and starting to fade, so I'm going to end the stream right at this point in time. But
I got stopped out for I think a 12-cent gain after the fees. Yeah. All right, that's it for me. I'm up $13 on the day, so just over 5%. Not terrible, but we'll definitely have many more exciting days, and we'll restart tomorrow right at that 200 mark. And then we'll keep a overall profit loss tab going too. So, all right.
Thank you for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. Again, sign up in the link, and you get all the free stuff that I said before, and trading bonuses and the like. So thank you all for joining. Thank you all for coming. We will be back tomorrow and every day the rest of this week at the very least. And if you if you trade live with us, you will get cash bonuses as well. So thank you again for joining. Thank you for coming. We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace.
Ciao. Okay, I think that went well.
Yeah, I'm still live. Give me a minute.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. I'm just trying to get out of it.
Sorry.
No problem. I'm just trying to get out of it.
Sorry.
No problem. I'm just trying to get out of it. I just heard my echo. Means it pulled up the right.